Good morning children, welcome to the online class. In this session we will discuss about Europe, what is the agriculture there and industrial revolution and all these points we will discuss. How in Europe there are 4 seasons. What are the seasons are there? Winter, spring, summer and autumn seasons. Here the southern part, which is around the Mediterranean Sea. This Mediterranean countries have a different type of climatic nature when compared with the northern and eastern Europe climate. Here, if we observe, the plains of Europe are very fertile, but the land which is suitable for the agriculture is not in that much. If we observe, throughout in northern countries, it is only 3%. In England, it is 30%. And in Germany, 40%. In England, they have 30% of land is suitable for agriculture. Whereas in Germany, they have 40%. 40% of the land is a cultivable land. But whereas in India, if we want to know, in India we have 55, more than 55% of the land is a cultivable land. Whereas in Holland, one of the country in Europe, it has acute shortage of land for agriculture. Then what the people, Holland people did? The Holland people reclaimed some of the land by clearing from the sea by building embankments. By building embankments to the land which is nearby the sea, they made dikes. And this land, they made these dikes suitable for agriculture. That lands we call them as a cold. Here, because of this extreme temperatures and extreme climates, now southern countries and Mediterranean countries only are able to get a little bit agriculture, but they will get 3 crops in a year. 3 crops in a year. Whereas in northern and eastern Europe countries, they have a snowfall more than for 6 months, and afterwards they are unable to, only 6 months are left now. Then in the 6 months the snow should melt, and again they should sow the seeds, and all this process takes much time. So they will take only 1 crop in a year. In the eastern and northern countries of Europe, they have only 1 crop in a year. Whereas in southern countries and Mediterranean countries, they have 2 crops in a year. In our India, we have 2 crops, and where irrigation facilities are there 3 crops also we will take. And these countries no need to think about irrigation, because throughout the year they have showers. This type, and wheat is the main crop of these countries. They grow barley, wheat, sugarcane, and rye, oats. These are the main crops, and juicy fruits also they will grow. Okay, and next we will discuss about sea roots. What is sea roots? Sea roots. These European countries have a trade connection with the other countries in other continents also. If we observe our history, we will know all this. These European traders, they traded with for some resources with the Southeast Asian countries like India, Indonesia, China. With all these countries, they traded. That's why what happened? They did not use their They did not use the resources up to the mark, and they tried to get all these resources from other countries. Then when they are on the way to these Southeast Asian countries, they followed two routes they followed. One is land route and another one is a sea route. That land route covers from Afghanistan to these Asian countries, whereas another one is land route. This goes through Afghanistan, and another route is a sea route. This sea route, they cross the Mediterranean Sea, which is controlled by Italian traders. This land route is controlled by Arabian traders. So what happened? Italian traders and Arabian traders are not permitting them to use that. So they needed to get one more route to reach this Southeast Asian countries. Then one other person, Christopher Columbus, in 1490s, he wanted to find out all the sailors. They are traveling. They are doing all these voyages from so many years and so many centuries. No, so they are very well about this. They wanted to discover another sea route to another route to Southeast Asian countries. So Christopher Columbus, one of the Italian sailor, he thought that the Earth is at the time only. They thought that it was clear that the Earth was wrong. Then what they think? Okay, if we start in the west side, that means Europe countries this side. Now, if we go to the west side, we will get India. In that way, by this thought, he started his journey towards the west by crossing Atlantic Ocean. What is the western boundary of Europe continent? Atlantic Ocean. By crossing that, they went. He started his journey. When he started his journey, the waves and all these are very. That means they supported winds. So they crossed very easily. It is not, these winds are not westerlies. These winds are trade winds. In Atlantic Ocean, westerlies blow, westerlies also blow, and along with westerlies, trade winds also blow. Trade winds. Both are in opposite direction. Westerlies moves towards the west side, and trade winds moves from west side. These are opposite winds, and these winds, trade winds supported this journey of Christopher Columbus. After a few months, he reached one land. Then what does he thought about this journey? He thought that it was India. So he thought that we reached India. But afterwards, the Europeans understood that it was not a land of India. Up to that, Europeans and the Asian people, they don't know about America, North America and South America. Afterwards, after reaching that India, now we are calling that as a West Indies, which is a island group to the North America. Afterwards, this happened. The Europeans settled in North America and South America, and they did agriculture and they settled there. Next, in 1498, Portugal sailor, one of the Portugal sailor, who was that? Vasco da Gama. By crossing Atlantic Ocean, he started his voyage towards the south, and by crossing Africa, he entered into Indian Ocean and he reached our India. In 1498, he discovered a new sea route to India from Europe to India. And then Industrial Revolution began. The Industrial Revolution. That is the industrial revolution. This industrial revolution began in 1750s in the Europe continent. In first it was started in England. That's why we call England, Britain as the workshop of the world. What do we call? Workshop of the world. Slowly afterwards Holland, Germany, France, all this became as a industrial centers. Afterwards by 19th century the remaining countries also became as a industrial cities. By this their process was the production process, there was an increase, and this made this production process to increase the production process and the marketing for their products and the raw materials for their products. They tried to colonize other countries. In that way they colonized, the Europeans colonized countries in all the continents. Thank you, children.